Hello and welcome back. We are now in the demolition zone with Jack Brayshaw. Jack, you have created this thing here that resembles a Jenga tower, but then has got a roof on it.
Yeah, I've probably done too much Jenga with the kids in the past, to be fair. But I thought I'd make it a bit thin as we go further up, so it becomes a bit less flimsy and I can knock it over easy enough.
I love that. I love that. So, Jack, this represents a myth that we're going to discuss now in the demolition zone. Is those people that regularly watch the podcast will understand that the demolition zone is a place where we destroy myths and misconceptions. So, what does this tower Jenga thing represent?
I think I just want to get across to the young ones coming through, whether it's at A levels or even before, that university is a great way of learning, and it's great to get those qualifications, and they are much needed in the in a professional context. But do not overlook apprenticeships, trainee programs, sponsored degrees. 9,000 plus per year now to go to university. When I was going, it was 3,000, which I thought was a lot. It took me a long time to pay that student loan back, and it does hang over you. If you can get a sponsored degree, or you can do extra learning whilst being in a business, and then having that, that industry learning, which you'll find much more valuable than, going to university and learning from textbooks. I think if you can go down that route, there's plenty available. Vistry have some. I know other house builders do too. I would really urge that you go down that route, because you're learning and you do not have that debt hanging over you as well. And that would be my misconception, really, is that you have to go to university straight away after A levels. Just have a little look elsewhere to see if there's any other thing you can do whilst also going to university, but maybe just try a different route, really. And that would be my advice more than anything.
Great. Wonderful. Jack, destroy the myth. With a push of the hand, It falls down. Love it.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Just on that topic, actually, Jack, I'm thinking that you have said, because Vistry have got other options that people can have in order to get into the industry, and we can put a link down in the comments section of the podcast. But just, can you talk around some of the things that Vistry actually do have on offer, and how someone may be able to approach it? Because I think sometimes it's really good to get advice from someone, but I think that the best advice is pointed towards do this, or go here, or speak to this person, or send an email there. Can you give any suggestions of what someone can actually do now that they've heard that?
Absolutely. We've got our careers website, so it's the Vistry Careers website. You could Google it, or we'll put a link in the below. And really, that breaks down all different types of, I suppose, routes there is to your career. So whether that's site management, trades, your carpenters, your electricians, your bricklayers, or whether it's predominantly more that professional lead, whether it's commercial based, quantity surveying, technical. We have training programs for all these areas, for all the different disciplines that you get within the house building industry, and also graduate training programs as well. So we do things like sponsored degrees, and we've done them before in the past. But then we have your graduate programs. So once you do graduate, you'll go onto a program to accelerate your development within the business and go through the areas that do interest you as well.
I know that you've spoken a lot about the younger people coming through, but what about someone that maybe is in a similar position to you, that they've gone down a track and their other half has come to them and said, look, we're really happy that we're pregnant and we're having a child, and you're like, oh no, I want to do this, but I feel stuck here. What advice would you give them? Or is there anything within your circle of influence that you may be able to point them to as a guide for them to get into, do something that they really love, instead of stuck in something that they really are not interested in doing?
Just plan, plan it out, what you want to do, visualize what you want to do, put steps in place as to where you want to get, and don't be scared to take risks. I mean, that's what I did, take risks, move away. If it means, moving away from the town that you was born in and that where your family live, you know, you may have to do that, which I did. So it's about taking certain risks. Don't be scared, and trust yourself and believe in yourself that you can get to where you want to be. So it's, you know, that inner belief is what you need.
Love that. Good. Jack, is there anything that we have not discussed that you think, you know, I wish that Darren or the world would understand this?
I think if anything, really, there's many problems, or there's perceived problems within the house building sector. You know, there's problems around ensuring we build to energy efficiency. There's skill shortages. There's issues around what we deem as quality issues, and making sure we can stay on top of that. But really, the main area for me is ensuring that we have enough housing supply in the UK. You know, everybody deserves a decent home. And I think it's for us house builders, and, you know, our role in Vistry is to really push that message that we need more decent homes in the UK. We need to cross-party government collaboration to bring more homes into the country. Not just homes, but homes that are energy efficient and, you know, tackle fuel poverty. That's really important, I think, is that we need to get that message across, and that has to be the end vision, really, is having enough housing in the country for everybody.
That's great. I really agree with what you've said there. Yeah, I really do. That's fantastic. Jack, it's been great having you here on the podcast. I think that there's going to be lots of people that have taken away really useful insights that you've given. So thanks for sharing those insights. But just a last question as we leave is, what's the one thing that you wish that you would have done back when you were younger that you didn't do? If there was one thing, if you could just go back and tell your former self one thing, just do that, what would it be?
I was going to joke then, Darren, but I was saying invest in Bitcoin or something like that. But
I mean, that would have done really well, right?
Yeah, I think if anything, just have more belief, more confidence, believe in yourself. Just have that confidence that you and that positivity that you'll get to where you want to be. Don't worry as much. You know, stop worrying about things. Just have a bit more positivity and belief in yourself.
Thank you. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Dan. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.